Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Coco Luca here, bringing you the best tips, tricks, and tutorials to make having fun affordable. And today, well actually last night, I filmed a video and edited it. And I realized while I was filming that I didn't do an intro. So this is the intro. I just woke up. It is very early in the morning, but I didn't even do my hair, still got my scarf on, you know, bringing the real up in here. Without wasting any more of your time, because I know you guys want to see this DIY and tutorial. I know, you guys are on the edge of your edge of your seats right now. So let's get into the video. I'm really gonna do this since I don't know how many I need. I'm just gonna cut them all along, and that's probably your safest bet. If you don't know how many you need right away, that way you could just have them all the same length and then cut them down as you go. So okay, so this is the picture that was referenced, that was sent to me as a reference, so I don't know if you guys could see that. So I'm going to use that as a reference of how I want to lay out the flowers and the leaves, and then once I have everything laid out, I'm going to take a picture of it, and then I'm going to attach everything with either the wire or the twine, and then show you guys the finished product. So let's get started. Of my layout. So okay, so picture taken. Now that I have my picture taken, I can go back, go backwards, and start assembling. So we're gonna start with one part. The cool thing about this, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you see that in the middle? Do you guys see that? There are like there's a tiny little hole, just like the perfect size to put the flower stem in. So that's what I'm gonna do. So for every, what do we say, for every flower, we're gonna do one. Look at that, look how perfect that is. Look at that. What? Stop it. Okay, which is awesome because now a good thing about these wire flowers is you can manipulate the stem. So I'm gonna do all of them like this and attach them like so. To a little snafu, and I actually had to cut off everything I did and start over again because it just wasn't feeling right and looking right. And so I actually restarted the way that I attached the roses, and I added more leaves. So so instead of just the one set of leaves that we did earlier, I'm actually going to be attaching a second set in that cross pattern that I showed you guys. So this is the first set, and then with 2, you can see the difference, right? Okay, so I did that, and I spread out the number of roses because I was doing a one here, 2 here next to each other, then 1 again. And so what I'm actually gonna do is just do a total of 6 and have them equally spread apart. And then the way I'm attaching the roses with their wire that's already on them first, and then I'm gonna use the twine. So this is why I said always cut your stems longer and then work it out later if you want to cut it shorter or long. And I'm glad I kept some long so I can attach this. So basically I am taking the rose bundle that I made. I'm going to place the stem, there we go, place the stem on top of the embroidery hoop, and then I'm going to wrap the long stem around the embroidery hoop until it is gone, basically, or there's no more hoop. And so that way the flowers for sure will stay in position. And then I'm gonna go back and use my twine to secure them to the embroidery hoop even more. So now that I've gotten everything under control, so as I said earlier, I put all the flowers around and wrap them with their own wire right here. So what I've been doing is basically trying to make all the flowers symmetrical. So I've been positioning the 2, like so. This is one flower and this is the other flower. Positioning them across from each other. Then with my twine, I kind of thread it through like you would thread a needle, to go thread it through like the bundle or bunch of flowers. Let me do that correctly. I'm going to thread it through some of the leaves and the flower bundle. Okay, and then once you do that, you're going to tie once. I feel like I've perfected this now. So you're going to tie it once, knot, and then tie it twice. So that makes just a basic knot. And then with the remaining twine, I am going to just keep doing the thread around the wire to, 1, conceal the wire so it doesn't hurt anybody when they, so I think I threaded around maybe once, and then I threaded it around a second time. And then when you get to that second time, you just want to have this as a loop, put your twine through there, and then pull tightly, and that'll secure it as a tie. And then going the opposite way, and do that again. Once around, and on the second time around, on the second time around, you just thread it through again, and you tie it once, and then you're gonna make a knot, tying it twice, and that'll really secure the flower. Then you can move on to the leaves. Now, in between each flower, I put 5 sets of leaves, so five of these. And then each leaf is tied down with its own, with twine. So if I have a long piece like this, I just continue tying until I run out. But I think this is pretty long. This is about 1 foot of twine, so I think that's actually good enough for each set of 5 in between the flowers. And I just kind of set it up maybe inch away from the previous set. And I kind of do the same thing now that with this, since it has the two sides, like the top and the bottom. I'm just trying to make sure this little middle part is on the flat, narrow part of the embroidery hoop, and then I just thread it through like I've been doing, right? And so that first thread, and then you're gonna have your, and then you're gonna have your second thread. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Threaded it through the first time, and then when you do your second thread, just like with the flowers, you're gonna hold that loop right here with this hand, with one hand, and then you're going to take the loose part and tie it through, so then that makes like a knot. Okay, and so since you're doing that in the one direction, then you go, when you're threading the second time after the tie, and you're threading again, you're gonna go the opposite direction. So we're gonna thread once. Oh wait, gonna thread once, and then thread a second time, and then into the loop it goes, and tighten it. So here's 3, 2. Oh my God. Look at this beautiful wreath, y'all. This is amazing.